For some teams, September baseball can be one of the most agonizing parts of the season. For others, it can be one of the most exciting. For the Toronto Blue Jays, it's the latter. Heading into Tuesday's games, Toronto is in first place in the American League East 75-56, sitting 2 games in front of the Boston Red Sox and 4 games ahead of the fading Baltimore Orioles. In fact, the Jays' recent surge, they're currently on a 4-game win streak, has seen them push in front of the Cleveland Indians for the second-best record in the league, trailing only the AL West leading Texas Rangers. The Blue Jays were in an almost identical position last year, when they were 74-57, 1 game worse than their current record, and led the Yankees by 1½ games for the division lead on August 31st. They would end up going 19-12 the rest of the way to clinch their first division title since 1993. Now, once again, Toronto faces an all-important final month as it tries to secure a spot in the postseason. Here's a look at the Jays' end-of-season opponents and how they stack up. At Baltimore Orioles, August 30-31. The Orioles have the worst record in the division since the All-Star break at 20-24. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays have the best in the entire AL at 24-16. At Tampa Bay Rays, September 2-4. Tampa Bay's defense and pitching have been among the best in all of baseball since the All-Star break, giving up the fewest number of runs in the AL with 148. They've also scored the second most with 201, resulting in a 21-21 record since the break. At New York Yankees, September 5-7. Since Garrett Sanchez's call-up on August 3rd, the Yankees have gone 13-10 to stay in the wild card hunt. Sanchez has hit .417 with 11 home runs and 21 RBI in those 23 games. Versus Boston Red Sox, September 9-11. The ESPN's Buster Olney noted that in games started by anyone other than Rick Porcello, the Red Sox have a record of 53-51. In games started by anyone other than J.A. Happ, the Blue Jays have a record of 56-50. Versus Tampa Bay Rays, September 12-14. At Los Angeles Angels, September 15-18. Albert Pujols is 1 home run away from grabbing sole possession of 9th place all-time. He is currently tied with Frank Robinson at 586. At Seattle Mariners, September 19-21. Just 10 days ago, on August 20th, the Mariners were 66-56, 1 game behind Baltimore for the final wild card spot in the AL. Since then, they've lost 7 of 9 games. Versus New York Yankees, September 23-26. Versus Baltimore Orioles, September 27-29. At Boston Red Sox, October 30th. To encourage thoughtful and respectful conversations, first and last names will appear with each submission to CBC/Radio Canada's online communities, except in children and youth-oriented communities. Pseudonyms will no longer be permitted. By submitting a comment, you accept that CBC has the right to reproduce and publish that comment in whole or in part, in any manner CBC chooses. Please note that CBC does not endorse the opinions expressed in comments. Comments on this story are moderated according to our submission guidelines. Comments are welcome while open. We reserve the right to close comments at any time.